Hi guys, I'm a licensed realtor here in the Central Florida area, and we have big breaking news today. There was a big lawsuit, and this lawsuit was against a lot of the bigger, large real estate companies. And the lawsuit was about homeowners should not be responsible for paying a buyer's agent commission. And let me just kind of summarize that for you. So typically, when you list a home with a homeowner, you charge them whatever the percentage is, right? And this is a rule that was brought up by the National Association of Realtors. So the lawsuit was against the National Association of Realtors and all the MLS board, because they're the one that create these rules. So the rule is, you list a home, you're going to sell a home for a homeowner, and you tell the homeowner, we're charging you X commission. And the seller's agent would typically split that commission with the buyer's agent. So that means you go to a home, you list the property, you charge X% commission to the homeowner. If another agent sell the home, that means another agent came with the buyer to buy the home, then whatever the commission is that the homeowner was paying the selling agent gets split with the buyer's agent. And so the public says, hey, this isn't fair. Why am I, as the homeowner, also paying the buyer's agent who's working against me, right? Because obviously the buyer's agent bring a buyer, the seller agent the seller has their agent, and they're going to do inspections and all this great stuff, and they're going to be negotiating, right? So in other words, it's almost like the seller was paying for the opposing team. So that the public said this is not fair, and they brought a lawsuit against a few of the big companies. Keller Williams was in it, Remax was in it, and a few other companies. And it went to trial, and it's been in trial now for years. And today the jury awarded the seller, saying, yeah, the seller should not be responsible for paying the buyer's agent commission. So that's going to be a big uproar now in the real estate market, because everything is going to change. I don't know what's going to happen to the National Association of Realtors. And since they won against those companies, now they're pulling in all the other companies. So they're pulling in Wycott Realtors, they're pulling in Redfin. All these other companies are now being pulled in. They're pulling in EXP as well. So all these other companies are now being pulled in, because these big companies, they train their agent a certain way. And now with this lawsuit, now they're going to have to train their agent a different way. So now the buyer's agent, so two things is going to happen. Either you as a buyer, or the buyer is going to have to pay the agent separately. The agent could always negotiate that in the deal, or the buyer's agent is going to have to negotiate their commission in that deal. So what that may look like is, okay, I have a buyer, I'm working with the buyer, the seller is selling their home, they're being represented by an agent that they're paying. How am I gonna get paid now because the seller can't pay me? So then when I present my offer to the seller, I am going to have to present it with, this is my buyer, they want to buy your home for X amount of money, and this is my fee that they need to pay, so we need this amount being paid, or something to that effect. But this is going to be a serious uproar in the way real estate is conducted. And it's so funny because I did a few videos recently saying one of the best way to find a home is to go to a builder or to find off-market properties. Because if you go to a builder, you want to have an agent when you go to the builder. Don't forget, because remember that the representative that's working for the builder is working for the builder, not for you, okay? So you want to make sure you have a realtor representing you, because they will also know the inside of what's going on in that community. They will know what to ask a sales agent to find out if there's inventory home, or if there's any home that's falling apart, the financing is falling apart and it's going to be coming back on the market. Also, builders love working with agents because they know we have the buyers, right? So they'll give us all the inside deals that they will not give you if you walk in the new construction site by yourself. So if you're working directly with the builder, you could always negotiate your fee as a buyer's agent. Also, if you go for off-market properties. So off-market properties are like properties that are for sale, that are not on the market for sale. These are people who are thinking of selling their home, but they're not yet selling their home. So what we do, we will write a letter, we send it to the buyer, to the sellers in that community, the homeowners in that community, and we'll say something like, hey, I'm working with my buyer, Jane. Jane is looking for a home in your community. She's looking for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever the situation is. Are you thinking of selling? Whenever the homeowner say, yeah, I'm thinking of selling, then I'm going to say, hey, Jane, good news. I found the homeowner that's looking to sell. Let's go look at the property. We look at the property. If that's what Jane wants, then we will negotiate our fee along with whatever she wants to offer for that property, right? So I think that's where it's going to go. It's going to more go towards either more agents doing off-market properties or new construction homes, or negotiating their fees separately with the homeowner whose property is already listed. Because once a property is listed, once you're seeing the property in Zillow, Realtor.com, or you're seeing it on the internet, more than likely it's probably listed, especially if there's a real estate company associated with it. And so if it's listed as under MLS, which means it comes under the National Association of Realtors rules, which means now as a buyer's agent, the homeowner is not responsible for the buyer's agent. Now what's going to happen, and I see this happening, is the agent, the listing agent that's representing the homeowner is probably going to say to the homeowner, hey, listen, if we don't pay the buyer's agent something, they're probably not going to show you home. If we don't co-broke in some kind of form of fashion, they're not going to show your home. We're going to have less people looking at your home. So the homeowner might say something like, okay, I will, or this may have to be in writing, I will cooperate and I will give X amount of money to any buyer's agent who bring me a buyer, right? They're going to probably say that to their listing agent. Or buyers are going to try to get to the listing agent and say, hey, I want to buy this home and I'm going to work directly with you because I'm not trying to pay a buyer's agent. So all kind of scenarios is going to happen with this. And this is all over the news. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but it's all over the news and it's going to change the whole way, the whole trajectory of how real estate is done right now. Because the National Association of Realtors kind of make up their rules. Now, the thing about the National Association of Realtors is a lot of real estate agents was kind of like not liking the way the National Association of Realtors were conducting business, because they start to syndicate listings, meaning at one point in time, only realtors would have all the listings. The public wouldn't have it. But National Association of Realtors, they sold Realtor.com because Realtor.com was created just for realtors. And you go on Realtor.com to see the properties you want to buy, and you would have to contact your agent. But NAR, that stands for National Association of Realtors, they sold Realtor.com. So when the public is thinking Realtor.com is really owned by NAR, it's not. Realtor.com is owned by quite a different company. And if that wasn't enough, then they start to syndicate to Zillow, right? So now Zillow is like king of real estate and then shutting out the real estate agent. And what Zillow did was to have all the listings syndicate to them, through MLS syndicate to them, and then turn around and sell the leads back to the agent. Can you believe this? So that was what's going on in the real estate world. I might get in trouble for this. I hope I don't ban this video. But that was what's going on in the real estate world. So all that is about to get shaken up by this new win today for this trial, right? So now homeowners or home sellers do not have to pay the buyer's agent. And the question is, if the homeowners is not going to pay the buyer's agent, are other agents going to show the property? Will the property take longer to sell since the agents are like, well, if you're not paying me, I'm not showing your property? That's the question. Will more agents try to find off-market properties for their buyer, which is what I think the way is to go? Will you be able to negotiate your fee as a buyer's agent with the homeowner? Would the homeowner be open to this? There's so much stuff going in my head right now. I'm trying to get it out in English. I'm trying to get it out in thing because there's a big disruption in the real estate space. But I don't want to make this video so lengthy. So guess what? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this. If you need to reach us to ask us any questions about this, we should have our phone number up here down below. Don't forget, guys, to always follow us because we will always have breaking news for you. And this is huge news, okay? Happening in October 2023 when interest rates are almost at 8% and the market is kind of slowing down. This is going to be quite interesting to see what goes over into 2024. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to click on the bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a brand new video. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. I'll see you on the next video.